I'm not mad with the police at all. I ain't upset with you. Your job is to catch me. My job is to not get caught.
Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This one is called C-O-C-K mouth, K-I-L-L-S, C-O-C-K. Do you know what that means? Be very careful what you say. Whatever you say can come back and haunt you. I am speaking about a youth. His name is Orane Emmanuel. He is the owner of a very popular clothing store in Montego Bay. That clothing store is called Thug Fashion. People buy all sorts of expensive stuff in there. Is it bootleg? Is it legitimate? People say that it is. However, this young man would lose his life in a very tragic way at a place called Knightsdale Drive, that is in Kingston. Based on the Popo account of everything, they claim that they pulled over a Mark X. The people or the driver disobeyed, sped off. It was intercepted by a group of other people from CTOC Special Operation. They said that the driver of that vehicle alighted from the vehicle and sprayed some corn in the direction of the Popo. You know the cliche script, the Popo responded according with DEADLY force. After the smoke cleared, Mr. Orane Emmanuel was out and then also a passenger. Now people, since I posted that video, a whole lot of people are say, you know, say, I extort the Popo them, I try extort the young youth. Because the young youth ambitious, the young youth having business, the young youth a hustle, him used to sell clothes on the street and then him elevate him game and him buy brand new Porsche, him there a big apartment, him have the latest clothes, them all sorts of red bottom, you name it, he has it as a top man in the business. People are say a bad mind, blogger bad mind him, everybody bad mind him because the young youth have success. Them no want to get a youth with nothing, so therefore him a get a fight. Now people, here is the reality, and it seems as if some of you people are some yes men. Some of you people are far from reality. Some of you people have your heads too far up your asses that you cannot see the light. You cannot pick sense out of nonsense. Here's the thing. Nobody is saying that Mr. Orane Emmanuel is not an ambitious youth. Nobody is saying that Mr. Orane Emmanuel don't work hard. Nobody is saying that he does not have a legitimate business where he is making money. What persons are questioning is how did he come about that money? How did he get money from this business in a Montego Bay to buy a Porsche, brand new, very expensive, probably one of the most expensive Porsche, by cash? How did he come about to get all those Versace, Gucci, everything that he is selling in his store? People, here's the thing. When you sell these high-end stuff, you have to prove where your location is. You have to show the demographic, who your clientele is, who you're catering to. Pretty much those companies, high-end, Versace, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, them have to come and scout out the place first of all and see if it is fit for you to buy their stuff and then sell it back and make your profits. Do business with you. Otherwise, you will have to go through a middleman. When you go through a middleman that have the contacts, have the link, then you have to pay more. I am not saying that there are not persons in Jamaica that are making money. that can afford to buy the finest threads that money can buy. However, it is minimal, because most of those persons that have that kind of money have contacts to buy it overseas where it is even cheaper. So therefore, he is catering to a niche clientele. Therefore, a lot of the people that buy from him, and people, I am not saying that they are not legitimate people that will buy and support the business, but me just as say, those legitimate people more than likely have some sorts of US visa where they can get it for cheaper. But like them say, my granny always say, dog have money, him a go buy cheese. They don't have the clientele that is of the uptown type. Not saying that the uptown people won't support. However, uptown people support their own. I am not sure if Mr. Orain Emmanuel falls into that category and is in the network of the uptown UPT type. Some just say he would be limited. The clientele that he have would be limited. Might be a few, however, they are few and far between. So therefore, more than likely, that business will not, cannot support the lifestyle that we see being displayed on social media. So when you hear people talk about people just bad mind the youth, cause him young and him ambitious and him start sell clothes on the street, and then him get the store, and then him get the Porsche, and then him get the clothes, and then him get everything. People, listen to me. What I am telling you is facts. Though the maths does not add up. The money, more than likely, I am not saying that any of it does not come from legitimate means. However, this is a clothing store that is probably more than likely laundering some sorts of illicit good. It is not mathematically possible for him to live that type of lifestyle. I know people that are hustling that cannot, would not spend that type of money and buy those type of clothing. So therefore, me just say, it is not just the ordinary run-of-the-mill person that can be able to buy or support or sustain a legitimate business and lifestyle such as that. The maths just does not add up. Something looks kind of fishy. More than likely he was laundering some sorts of money. And the reason why I say this is that word on the street also is that, listen, he was taken out because the po-po them a try extort him. I am not saying that they are not persons who are legitimate that are not being extorted by the po-po. However, just like that business have a niche clientele, so does the corrupt, dirty po-po them that are out there. They know exactly who is doing what, who is doing where, how and when it is done. However, the fact that they are getting some sorts of bribery, some sorts of money out of it, then they will turn a blind eye. Yes, it might be bad mind in terms of that, because they are the law and he is supposed to be the other side of the law. So people, I am going to show you a video in which this youth did. And in this video, he is saying, listen, I have no problem with the po-po. Them I do for them job and me I do my job. They are doing the job to catch me and I am doing the job not to get caught by them. People, I am not making up this. This is something that was posted on social media, not by me, probably by him or some of his close associates. Take a listen, take a look to this beautiful bean footage and then I'll give my piece.
I'm not mad with the police at all. I ain't upset with you. Your job is to catch me. My job is to not get caught.
So people, you hear, you see the video. I think that video or song was done by an artist known as Kevin Gates. So he is quoting from Kevin Gates. I am not mad at the popo. Your job is to catch me. My job is not to get caught. So therefore, don't blame the player. Blame the game. You knew the type of game that you were involved in. A legitimate person does not, more than likely, would not make that type of post. These posts are made by fully done people that have some sorts of cash by whichever way them have it. Dog have money, him buy cheese. The higher that the monkey climbs is the more that he is exposed. These people do not know how to fly under the radar, remain stilt. These people like to show off themselves, and like them say, show off brings disgrace. Now it is all good and well when you're making the money and you're being extorted by the popo and you're paying them. However, when your name is being called up for taking away an ex-popo in a Caribbean gardens, it is not going to be good. That means that you are going to have a couple of strikes against you. The third strike, more than likely, is going to be you're out, meaning you top out, you are gone in the afterlife. So therefore, a combination of all the stuff that you were doing mean that you're doing something illegitimate, you're out there showing off, and then it is said that you have a part, some sorts of conspiracy directly or indirectly in that popo losing his life. A man is innocent until proven guilty. However, when your name are called upon any sort of popo losing their life in a very bad way, more than likely you are not going to see a day in court. More than likely, court is going to be held. It is going to be judge, the jury, and the EXECTUINOR, meaning the popo. Such is the case in this case. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called temper. It is quite obvious that Jamaica has an anger management problem. The people that are taking away people, them range from them teens to them 80s and even them 90s. So when you figure that somebody is in retirement age, 65, 70, 80, 90, then they are going to be more calmer. They are going to be more tranquil. The possibility of them committing any sorts of crime, especially serious crime, would be limited. Not in Jamaica, land we love. I am speaking about an incident or a couple of incidents that occurred in a place called Grange District, that is in Hanover, where two elderly people, 73-year-old Patsy Allen and 80-year-old Tika Nesbitt, were taken out in a very bad fashion. It is said that at about 5 p.m. on August 12, 2023, Mrs. Patsy Allen was found in her house in Kendall. When them find her, there was no sort of visible wounds. She was taken to the place of recovery. However, too late was the call. She was 73-year-old at the time. She is some sort of caregiver. Fast forward 2 hours later, a lady, Tika Nesbitt, she was found in her house by her relative. When them find her, she have all sorts of juk up wound, especially in the head. She was 80-year-old. Them a look for the husband. Them can't find the husband. People a say, then hold on a minute there. Them take away Mrs. Allen, 73. Take away Mrs. Nesbitt, 80-year-old. And then them gone with the husband. Something look funny. There is some sorts of foul play. Something smell STINK. Yeah, tell me, say, the three of them are got DEAD, are found DEAD. That man has been missing since then. That man is a 84-year-old farmer. They did not give his name. Don't know why. They will give the names of victims. However, they refuse to give the names of the suspect and the KILLERS. Are they sheltering them for whatever reason? People, me no know. So anyway, he turned in himself to the po and he was officially charged for the double. Now people, when we look at the age of Mrs. Allen, Patsy Allen, 73, Tika Nesbitt, 80, the husband, 84, that's a whole bunch of age. We are talking about over 200 years of life. Just like that, 2 gone and 1 more than likely is going to be spending the rest of his natural life in the big yard. Call it say him will get about 15 because 15 and 84 that are 99. If he lives to see that, he is lucky, especially under the harsh condition of our fine penal institution. Pretty much Jamaica get FUCK by the P nice, point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called warning, warning, warning. If you are a chopper, if you are a smuggler, if you are a criminal, if you are an extortionist, and you feel like say you can rob the people them money, and you can put it in your granny, your father, and your mama name, things are about to change drastically for the worse for the criminal elements. Now people, that is a rule and law in most countries, America, Canada, England. If you feel like you're a thief and then hide the money in plain view in your mama name or your papa name, that are going to change. We know say a lot of times we pass places and there are known choppers, known extortionists. Them open up business, rent a car, rental, house, all sorts of assets. People know who for one, people know who thief the money, who extort the money, who scam or sham for the money, but it is not in their name. However, they are always parked outside. However, the mother that never went to school or the father or the granny that never did any sort of legitimate business have access or assets in the millions, millions of US, millions or hundreds of millions of Jamaican. However, them can't prove, them not have a receipt, not even one where you just write up where you go get that book there in one of them hardware store or wherever in the pharmacy. Them not have no sort of receipt, them not have no sort of proof of the source of funds. However, them have it. That is about to change because now the government of Jamaica, they have rules and laws amendments coming that are going to give them rights to seize those assets and make sure that you can prove where you get it from. If you can't prove where you get it from, then it will be confiscated forever and then it will be sold. It would put on some sort of action. It will go gone. So whatever action that you're doing and feel like say, alright, once me get the money, me can hide it in my mama name, that is about to change. People are going to want receipt. People are going to want proof. It is now going to be a show and prove kind of state, just like some places in America. So therefore, cannot say you were not 4-1. Do not take it out of your granny name and go put in your baby mother name. I go be the same thing. The rule apply across the board. Once there are some sorts of assets with question sign behind it, whenever them hold on upon it and carry it go through the system, if you can't prove, you're out of GAS. Point blank and period. So anyways people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, Please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.